Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. I'm Adam and this is of course the yearly tradition that I do of a happy birthday to Lucas. So obviously, happy birthday Lucas. This video has been uploaded on the 23rd of October, but it's been recorded on the 20th of October. The same day Lucas's review on Calderon came out, and the same day we're going to be reading Garrock. So I'm really excited for this book, by the way. Um All I'll say about Series 29 so far, great start. I actually enjoy it. For a beast perspective, it was good. And as Lucas said in his review, from a story perspective, not as good. I'm not going to say the actual works I like. I don't really want to swear on my channel, but there we are. Anyway, to the point. Anyway, happy birthday, Lucas. This is your video that you requested. And this is a ranking of all of Malvel's evil plans from Beast Quest, from worst to best. This is subjectively my opinion, so obviously your opinion may be different. But really, for me, I personally believe that the order I have for this is what I believe is probably the worst to best order. Because whilst I do not like some of the plans Malvel has, I like most of them. And if you don't know who Malvel is, he's the main villain of Beast Quest. He has essentially set himself a footprint of sorts in this whole series as the one villain that keeps coming back. And he does. He really does. Obviously, spoilers. So if you haven't read series 1 to 28, then I suggest you click off now because I will be spoiling the seasons that he's in. Not by choice, but because that is his evil plan in each of those. So the seasons I'm going to be talking about in this video are Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, Series 4, Series 7, Series 9, Series 10, Series 20, Series 21, and Series 28. Now, all of these seasons have Malvel in as the main villain, showing his main plan to conquer Avantia or take down his arch nemesis, a 12-year-old boy named Tom. That's a bit weird. So I have 10 seasons, so really it's a top 10. Now, Series 29, I'm not going to be including. I'm going to need to sort out that lighting when it comes to doing the Beast reviews. I just broke my light. Brilliant. Hold on. Yeah, that'll do. But Series 29 I'm not going to be including as the entire series hasn't been released yet. And as of the time I'm recording this, yes again, I have only read one book. So whilst I know the evil plan in this one for him, I feel it's unfair for me to rank it there because we don't know how close he comes to success. But that's all I'm going to talk about for Series 29. Now, we're going to kick off this list with my least favourite plan from Malvel being Series 28's plan. And Malvel's plan for Series 28 is to get out of the Netherworld and get out of the Netherworld, really. How he does that is that he takes the 4 young candidates into the Netherworld, causing Tom and Alina to go in after him. And his whole plan at the end of it was to get out of the Netherworld via Janus birds, and then trap Tom and Alina in the Netherworld. The plan backfired horrendously, and whilst he did succeed in this plan to get out of the Netherworld, he didn't do anything else afterwards. Really, this seems like a plan A for Malvel, and then the continuation of his plan is in Series 29. So the Series 28's plan may go up in the future, but as of now it's in 10th place because, well, it's a bit of a lame plan compared to the rest of them. 9th place is Series 20's plan, which is to come back to life. Malvel, before this series, has been sent to the Isle of Ghosts, where he died. And he uses the body of Beric, his apprentice, to have a body. and then I believe uses Rykar to get out of the Isle of Ghosts, so then he can wreak havoc. Um, but like with Series 28, it's a bit of a bad plan, considering that for Series 20 and 28, I'm not a big fan of the series already, so I may have a bit of a disdain towards it. Um, but Series 20, I'm saying is a bit higher than Series 28 because of the whole thing of Malvel taking Beric's body and essentially killing off Beric. And Malvel is now wreaking havoc in a body, and then he comes back to life. So he succeeds, but lame plan compared to his other ones. Eighth place is Series 4 plan, which is to use the Ghost Beast to essentially stop Taladon returning to life. So to protect the amulet of Avantia and prohibit the resurrection of the Master of the Beasts. Now, when reading this plan, you think, oh, that's actually a good plan. But compared to others, in my opinion, it doesn't match up to what the other plans are. Um, and considering for the past 18 books before this series even started, plus a couple of specials, Malvel's plans have been foiled continuously from the Master of the Beast's son. I would target him more than actual Taladon, because Taladon, we all know, doesn't last much longer after Series 4. But with the whole plan there to prohibit Taladon coming back, and then with his quote unquote strongest beast protecting the amulet, only for each of them to go down subsequently by Tom as he gradually gets weaker and weaker because he loses golden armor powers, it does make you question the strength of the later beasts of Series 4. Because with Stealth and Blaze, Tom only has one or two powers of the golden armor left. Whilst in Nixer, he had all six, so Nixer had a bit of a tougher fight. Stealth should have had the easiest fight, and yet he's still lost in a way which I think is like not that good. But doesn't change the fact Stealth is still my favourite Series 4. Series 4, on a beast perspective, is not that good, in my opinion. Moving on to 7th place, we have Series 2, and that's to steal the golden armor to lower Avantia's hope and defenses of defeating the beasts. This plan was a bit of if I'm being completely honest, for a great beast series and a great story series, this plan is a mess. And whilst yes, I like the idea of the golden armor as like introducing as this ancient relic that gives the master, the beast or mistress, these unimaginable powers to be so much stronger than they already are, but they need to prove themselves. And I'm just thinking, okay, that's interesting. Let's see. It doesn't really do much else after that, really. It's just a way of saying, "Hey, Malvel's back. I'm going to do this, so then you guys don't have your most important relic in Avantia." Okay. When I say the series was great on Beast, I mean Sultra, Trillion, and Vipero. Arachnid is good. Zephyr, I like him. And Claw, well, let's just say I wish Claw stayed. Actually, I'll rephrase that. I am happy Claw was in that jungle when Inferno burnt it down. I do not like Claw. I never will, and I never have. Never have, never will. But really, if I'm being honest, come on. This plan to steal the golden armor to lower Vantia's hope and defenses back. I mean, yeah, it is important. It's an important relic, but if he skipped from series 1 to series 3, just like that, then the relic would never been introduced. Tom would not have those powers, and it would have been easier for Malvel to win in series 3. So really, I think series 2 with the plan is just there to be more of an inconvenience, if anything. But like with series 20 to the following series and series 28 to series 29, it's more a of continuation plan A series. Moving on to sixth place, we got series 9. Now, everyone knows I like series 9, mainly for topics. But the story, I believe, is good too. The plan is also quite good, actually. Similar to Caephiles from Doctor Strange, where it's to become the most powerful sorcerer of them all. Or, uh, as it's his birthday, I might as well reference it, more like Sinister Strange, to become the most powerful of them all. So Series 9 plan for Malvel is burn the Warlock staff in the Eternal Flame to gain unimaginable power. So that seems interesting. It sets it up quite well. Then you go up to Seraph, where not only time goes faster, but I don't really have a negative here. If anything, the negative about it is probably the first half of the series with the beasts. The story I find to be quite good actually. But Ursus, Minos, and Karaka. I mean, I like Karaka, but I know someone who hates this thing just as much as I hate Claw. So, fun. Uh, but the reason why I ranked this one in sixth place is because the other plans seem to have a bit more of an impact on the citizens of Avantia more than this one, or a bigger, higher stakes thing. Was yes, becoming the most powerful sorcerer of them all for a villain is not a good thing. Another reason why it's sixth place is because Tom doesn't beat Malvel. Torpix eats him, and then Malvel eventually comes out. Ready to wreak havoc in the next series. But the fact is, Malva got defeated by Torpix, which isn't bad. I'm not saying it is bad. I like Torpix. But it really goes to show that Torpix is the rightful guardian of the Eternal Flame. And I see no better reason than seeing Malvel get eaten by it. Didn't count as a death for him, but yeah, close enough. Well, Torpix did his job. Malvel lost to someone that wasn't Tom. Really could have done with a warrior right about now. He could have, if only he didn't murder them or betray them or make Freya see the light and become an anti-hero. Malva had it coming. Fifth place is Series 10. Now, Series 10 is the most infamous series when it comes to Malvel's plans for trying to rule Avantia using some of the most powerful knights that Avantia has ever had, called the Knights of Forton, and not only have them be that powerful, but also have them transform into the beasts that they were defeated to, I believe. Defeated to? Yeah. The beasts that they were defeated to, which on its own sounds interesting and really captivating. And it is. The plan is simple, but it's already a start. Yeah, we joined it at the start of the plan, and it already had a good impact. But same with the next series and the series after that. The more beasts that get taken down, the less menacing this plan is. Um, but that's really how things go here. But season 10 is in fifth place because the others have either higher stakes or technically count as a victory to Malvo. Up until we got defeated. But with Series 10, the whole Knights of Forton using warriors that were renowned for their strength and nobleness becoming evil and fighting our heroes shows just how strong Tom is as a character. But also having to fight those beasts as well. Noctilla and Lustor especially, maybe Voltrex. Good luck. Like if I was in that situation, I'll probably just count my losses now, and I'll probably lose to Shamani. I'll be lucky if I even beat Noctilla. don't even get me started on Texan. Texan will crush me. But if I'm being honest, from every beast in this series, I'll probably die to Sephiron. If I'm being honest, I'll be lucky if I get Furno, but I'll die to Sephiron. Uh, fourth place, we have Series 1. And Series 1, I had to give a bit of a positive boost to because of, it's the original series where it all began. But it kind of starts off with with Malvel's plan already being partially completed. It's to take control of the beasts of Avantia and use them to take control of Avantia. He took control of the beasts. He just didn't take control of Avantia. And when Tom went around releasing all these beasts, his whole menacing plan becomes less and less terrifying because there's less beasts. Technically, this is a victory to Malvel before the second part of his plan was defeated, was kind of chucks out the window, really. But as we joined him after he's already done the first part, which is take control of the good beasts, that just shows that he is menacing and that we just get introduced as most menacing, most powerful villain. And he's already half won in the first series. Now, granted, yes, he did lose at the end of Series 1, but if he didn't, then that'd be the shortest series of all time. But that's what I just have to say about Series 1. It's a good start to Malvel. He's already half completed his plan before Tom even embarks on this journey. But then as soon as Tom embarked on this journey, it just went downhill. Like full on down the hill into hell. Third place we have Series 3 of all things. Now his plan for Series 3 is actually one which I'm surprised it didn't do earlier, if I'm being honest, which is steal the good beasts of Avantia from their home realm into his own to move them into his realm, trap them or injure them to the point where they become immobile, and then he's going to use his armies in Gorgonia to take over Avantia, which, well, yes, starts a war on Avantia, but if he's feels like he's losing, well, what he can always do is can order his beasts of Series 3 to kill the good beasts and then send them into Avantia. Like, I'm being honest, like the Series 1 beasts, they, apart from Nanook and maybe Arxa, they are all menacing, very intimidating, but Series 3 beasts, whilst I'm not as big fan of them, I need to be honest when I say I think I'd be more terrified of facing a Scorpion Man, a Minotaur, and a Mammoth more than facing a Yeti, a Giant, and a Centaur. This isn't me trying to have a jab at the beast here, but this is just summing up my opinion on these. But Series 3's plan is, in my opinion, one of, if not, well, no, one of the best. It's only third place compared to Series 2, and, well, second and first place. But really, Series 3 was technically not a victory. It's one which could have led to a victory, which is more intimidating than the first series. Whilst I do understand why he did it in Series 1 to use the good beasts against their own realm, I feel like Series 3 would be a bit more terrifying. Second place, we have Series 7. Now, with Series 7, he took control of a realm called Tavania and planned to use the armies there to start war on Avantia. In a way, it's also to use the beasts from Series 7 as well. But so really I should put Series 3 higher, but I'm putting Series 7 here because one, the beasts are more terrifying than in Series 7 than they are in Series 3. I could just say Carnivora, and that's already a good point. But also it's more along the lines of the ending of the plan for Malvel, to where it starts off with him already won, ruling Tavarnia. Then Tom and Alina come along, go around the realm, defeating the bees, sending them back to their rightful area of Tavarnia. Um, Kind of confusing, but honestly, not really. Um, but yeah, sending all the beasts back to their rightful areas of Tavarnia, to where they don't cause havoc, where they could just live out the rest of their lives in peace. Maybe apart from Crestor, because Crestor is evil, whilst the others are good. So that's a bit of a weird one, but we're not going to argue because I like Crestor. Um, and then whilst on his quest there, he talks to the locals, try and tell them what Malvel's like, shows proof to him of how bad they can do, shows the beast saying that he's the reason why they're acting out like that. And that leads to what is the closest thing in Beast Quest to the French Revolution, uh, where the citizens of the kingdom um, overthrow the monarchy. Now, yes, Malvel was able to get away from that, and that was because if if this series was to end exactly like the French Revolution, Malvel would be decapitated by guillotine, which would be kind of funny, honestly, in my opinion. Um, but obviously, we need the series to continue, and what's the series about the best villain? But yeah, this Series 7 is second place for the ending solely alone, but also the fact that this is a victory here. Only Tom and Lillian disturbed that, and then French Revolution. Who doesn't like that? I can get in a lot of trouble for saying that, actually. Okay. And first place is Series 21. Now, Series 21, unlike Series 2, is not a victory. But the stakes are so much higher than the other seasons that Malvo was in, to the point where it feels like what the stakes are that Series 12 should have been. Um, and the whole stake of Series 12 is that the kingdoms are colliding together with Avantia, Gwildor, and Chaonia. Colliding together causes them essentially the end of the world. And can only be stopped by the lightning beast. But then there's Series 21, with stakes which aren't even revealed to us till the end of the series. All we know is that Malvo is summoning beasts from the Netherworld to wreak havoc, and when they're defeated, a totem appears up, and they seem to be in the four corners of Avantia. We don't know what that means until Laipida, where we find out that Malva actually wants the four beasts of Avantia to be defeated, so then he can use the totems that comes up from the ground to open up a rip in Avantia, bringing up all sorts of beasts and monsters from the Netherworld. Considering that we already seen the beasts from Series 28 being from the Netherworld and maybe Series 29, that's how menacing they are. And then to add on to that, if they do come out of the Netherworld, like countless amount of beasts, that is already stronger than any army any kingdom has. And that can cause not only the end of Avantia, but the end of the world. Like, tons of beasts come out of the Netherworld, a rip in a kingdom already, and then having them all under the control of probably the most evil character in this series. Whilst it's not a victory, this is some of the highest stakes we've ever had in this series. And it is one of the reasons why I personally think Series 21 is the most underrated series, because I don't hear many people talking about how great of a series it is. It's brilliant. Um, but yeah, for me, Series 21 has the highest stakes, is the best plan for Malvel, and whilst yes, needs the help from Series 20 to actually complete it, that's why Series 20 is ninth place, honestly. Series 21 had the best plan for Malvel. And from how Series 29 is going at the moment, Yeah, Series 21 is still going to have the best plan. But like I said, the beasts on the Netherworld, oh, they're terrifying. These are the strongest batch of beasts that we've ever seen. Debatable, yes, but really, come on. Like Series 20 beasts from the Isle of Ghosts, they're okay. But Series 21, 28, and 29, all beasts from the Netherworld, maybe even Series 30 for all we know, all of them, apart from most likely Captiva and sorry, but Grimon are all intimidating to an extent, really. But with that, that's the list. Lucas, I hope you enjoyed the video. And with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down the corner below, and I'll see you next time.